And we need the cord too. I need the blue cord as well. Okay. And the band is right in front of us. Little loud as we're set to get underway. Battle for first place early on. It's a short kick, far side. Taken at the 20-yard line. Middle of the field, getting a little bit of room. Still on his feet. And going out to about the 46-yard line for Gateway. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. Their quarterback, DJ Bink. He has run this ball 17 times, 147 yards. He's only thrown it once this season. 1 for 12 for 16 yards. He has 4 interceptions.
Now look for Sterling to defend accordingly and have everybody up. So we're going to really have a lot of bodies up there, everybody in the box to try and defend this guy.
So again, Gateway will be in the home blue, Sterling in the away white.
Real nice job by Lamar Smith on that run back, getting it close to the 50-yard line.
So it'll be Bink, and his featured running back is Adrian Barbado. He has run the ball 41 times, 478 yards, and 8 touchdowns. 1st and 10 from the 46. Up the middle, keeping it. But he is a shifty runner. That's going to be a gain of almost 10 as it almost hits off the umpire. So Bink give him 10, close to a first down.
Yeah, and Bink really not only has that quick step going to the left.
Barbado met at the line, pushes for about 2, leaving 2nd and 2. Sterling defense, a lot of pressure is going to be on these nose tackles, Kevin, up the middle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And initially you're seeing Gateway get a nice push up front, but a good job in recovery by Churchill on that far side.
2nd down and 2, first quarter here from Gateway. We have no score. Gateway's taking the opening kickoff after a first down, their 2nd set of downs. 2nd and short. Man in motion. This is Barbado. Now Sterling defense there. He's going to be short, maybe a gain of a yard.
Yeah, Tad, that was real good penetration you saw defensively up front. They pushed the offensive line back, and Barbado wasn't able to get up to the hole, as you saw that Mason.
Thank you, Mike, sitting in the top of the division. 3rd down and 1. Barbado. Pins on the spot. He looks like he may have the first down. It's really close.
Yeah, I think he got the forward progress to get it. It looks like, oh boy, I'll tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, they brought it back.
Wow, now
it's 4th and about the length of a football.
Boy, I think Sterling may have gotten the benefit of the doubt on that spot, but we'll take it.
It's about the length of the football they need. The scoreboard's been acting up a little bit. It's still counting down. 7:48 and counting remaining here. First quarter, no score. A first big play of the game with 2 wideouts to the near side. 4th and about a half a yard. Sterling's showing blitz in those A gaps. Now they back off. Looks like they're coming back again. Rolling to his right, cutting in. Now flag flies. Now Sterling has stopped him. A flag was thrown by the referee behind the quarterback. I think this is against Gateway, and they may decline this.
Boy, that's a big early play by the Sterling defense.
Kevin, what are you seeing early on defensively that they're doing, especially up the middle defensively?
I like the different movement that you're seeing. They're back. They have a linebacker back. Then all of a sudden they're going up. And I think assignment-wise, that might be throwing off Gateway up front. And Sterling, because of that, I think there might be some tentativeness up front. They're shooting gaps, and you saw right there, we're able to gain penetration. I don't care how good a back is. If you're able to gain penetration into the offensive backfield, you're going to make stops.
Sterling gets the ball on downs from the 34-yard line. Quarterback Gary Battolini, 27 for 41, 401 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. 1st and 10 for the Knights. No score first quarter. Tailback. This is Stewart. Stewart gets around the edge, gets around the 40. He's going to gain about 8 yards on the play before he's taken down by Lamar Smith.
Yeah, the initial hole wasn't open, but what happened there, everybody got bunched up, and it was a good job of Sterling bouncing off their initial block to seal out the linebacker and not have him come to the outside. Jermaine Stewart, obviously, with that great vision, great quickness, bounced it out to the outside and was able to gain about 8.
2nd down and 2 for the Silver Knights. Just under 7 minutes to go first quarter. Their second play from scrimmage. 2 wideouts top side, wide out to the bottom side. 2nd and 2. Showing blitz is Gateway. They back out. Late handoff. Stewart's going to get the first down. Still pushing. Going to get up to midfield on a very late handoff. I think they're fortunate that Stewart got it.
Yeah, it was a little bit behind, but a good job. You know, a kid like Stewart's got great hands. He can adjust and get that, and had a lot of room up front on that left side. And a real good job offensively by the offensive line here in these first couple plays.
Stewart with 2 carries for 14 yards. 1st and 10 Knights, 6:15 to go first quarter. No score. First time they've had the ball. Send a man in motion. Up the middle is Stewart. Stewart for a gain of about 6 more, and right now it looks like it's the Stewart show.
Yeah, it looked like you had a double team at the point of attack. Great job by Will Nicholas turning his man in, and that basically provided a seal, and you had a lot of room on that right side.
Speaking of Will Nicholas, I want to thank his brother Ben, Emmy Award-winning Ben, who's now at Temple, a former member of our tech crew doing the camera tonight. Couldn't thank him enough for coming back and helping us. 2nd down and 2. 5:40 to go here first period. Battellini looking for his first pass, doesn't have to. Stewart is met in the backfield, and he's going to lose about 4 yards. Met in the backfield on the play by Jackson Bailey, a junior.
Well, you saw when Sterling was able to gain penetration, they were able to get that big 4th down stop, and it was much the same way with what Gateway was able to do.
Leads up an interesting call here. 3rd down and 7. 2 wideouts to the far side, wide out to the near side. Battellini may have to put up his first pass of the evening. Battaglini back. Gets it off down the middle. Has a man there coming back and make a real nice catch is Jaden Davis. Davis going to make a catch, a gain of almost 20 yards as Davis on the year on a big catch there for the senior.
Well, they had him covered deep, but that's an outstanding job by Davis, adjusting, coming back, and making a big catch for a big first down for Sterling.
1st and 10 Knights. They move the chains. Ball at about the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Pitch it to Stewart. Stewart gets by one, gets by another. He might take this to the house. No flags down. He will score as Jermaine Stewart scores from 28 yards out, and the Knights are on the board first.
You can hit Jermaine Stewart as hard as you want. If you don't wrap, what's going to happen is what happened right there, and he takes it to the house.
28-yard run for Jermaine Stewart. Stewart on the year, touchdown number 3. Here comes another member of the tech crew, Jeremy Clark. Hit a field goal last week. Line drive kick and a beauty, and the kick is good. 4:17 to go here. First quarter, Knights on the board first. They lead it 7-0.
Wow, what a job by Jermaine Stewart. And, you know, I obviously you saw him break that tackle, but I think the next thing that I liked about it, the seam was off to the left. So you know his ability to break the tackle. I also like his vision in seeing that and the quickness to get upfield, get to it, and take it to the house.
4:17 to go here if you're just tuning in. Sterling leading at 7-0. Gateway took the kickoff, got a real nice return. Eventually in a couple series, turned it over on down to the Sterling defense. Again, we talked about in the pregame, biggest difference between both these teams is what you saw the play before. Sterling can pass, Gateway can't.
And Gateway has to respect that. That one pass down the middle, Jaden Davis makes Gateway have to loosen things up. And you saw Sterling go off tackle a couple times. A couple times they bounced it out to the outside. And then you saw Stewart right there taking it up the gut. So that's the thing. You're looking at a real diversified attack from the Sterling offense. And I think Gateway is going to have a lot of problems with it.
Jeremy Clark in to kick off for the Knights. Far side of the field, taking it about the 12. Smith gets the outside, taken down by Jaden Davis. Here's Gateway. 4:11 to go, first period. Carry it near side. Some blockers in front. This is Finger. Finger tackled about the 34-yard line. Pretty good open field tackle by Justice Shiley.
Yeah, you see Sterling stringing it out right there, but Gateway got some bodies up there, and it's a lot tougher for Gateway offensively because Sterling has more body make plays when you need them, and Gateway definitely needs something right now, even though it's early in this game.
Bink is a converted wide receiver, now playing quarterback this season, doing a heck of a job. He wants to throw. Looking. Sterling chasing, gets the ball off, in and out of the hands of a receiver who was actually open. That was a pretty good throw for a quarterback that doesn't throw. That was Jacob Finger.
It really was. And the thing I liked about, especially a kid who has the ability to run, sometimes if they face pressure initially, they'll just run. He kept the play going, moved to his left, extended the play, had a real nice throw. Receiver just wasn't able to come up with it. And I think Gateway felt like
2 wideouts, 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Bink is back. Pressure's on. He's got some room on the far side. Gets by the original line of scrimmage, cuts ahead. Nice open field tackle. Saved what could have been a first down. Trying to get the number of that young man. Looks like number 18, Jaden Williams, on the tackle. Here comes the punt team.
Well, they went for a pass play, but you have to think they got in Bink's ear and said, hey, you know, that was good that you extended that last play. We're able to get the throw. But if you get in any type of open field, we want to see you take it yourself. That's what he did there. But Sterling came up with a big play defensively.
Looks like back for Sterling, Joseph Carter, Gabe Tirado. They're standing about their own 40-yard line. 4th down, we'll call it 5. And here's a late substitution coming in. This is Kingston Lamano. He's going to kick it. It's blocked. Sterling got a piece of this. That was actually blocked by Chase Spiragowski. As Spiragowski came in, made a real nice block on that.
It initially looked like it was going to be a fake because whenever you're punting and you go off to the right a little bit, it looked like he was thinking fake, but obviously decided to punt it, and that wasn't a great move because you give a kid like Spiragowski the opportunity to get the block, and he's going to.
He was totally blown up in the backfield, and he found a way to make a play.
Sterling 1st and 10 from the 42. Try and increase their 7-0 lead. Stewart, he is into the secondary that quick. He's got a first down, gets out to the 30, and a gain of 12.
Yeah, Gateway's going to be seeing that all night.
It's funny because both sets of coaches told us Gateway has a bigger line, but right now Sterling's plowing the fields.
Doing the job. And if you get a kid like Jermaine Stewart, you know, we talk about people have to hit and wrap. The other part of that is you got to hit him low. If you don't hit him low, he's taking people with him.
1st and 10 Knights. Ball inside the 30. They lead it 7-0.
1-on-1 bottom of the screen here.
Stewart will take it into a wall of blue shirts. Maybe get him 2 yards on that.
That's definitely something to look for, Jason, about the near wide receiver because you're seeing the safeties playing up, and that's something you have to think like they could definitely exploit with Taheem Sally, and they have this year.
We've seen it before, like you just said. Just hitting Taheem Sally on the seam route. If they see he's one-on-one, Battellini's going to trust it and just give him a ball that he can make a play on.
1 minute, 25 seconds to go here. First quarter, Knights with the ball. They lead it 7-0.
Like a run to the right. We have numbers here.
They want to pass. Ooh, it was for a streaking in Jaden Ali Ward, but it was thrown behind him. That could have been dangerous.
And Ollie Ward had some space there in the middle. Battellini's really done a real fine job the last 2 games. That one he just missed on.
That's a play we've seen Sterling have a lot of success with.
Got to
The
catch.
timing was a little bit off.
Throw's going to be there.
Third down and 8 for Sterling. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 wide out to the left. Stewart pushes ahead. He might make it to the 25. Going to leave him 4th and long. Probably too far to bring out a field goal try.
You're going to be looking at, let's see, probably about a 38-yarder from here. I don't know that they're going to do that.
Well, if you add 7, that puts him back about the 32.
Well, 3 back for the the snap would be what?
Yeah,
Snap
42.
7.
Generally
Okay,
7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
All right, they're going to go on 4th down and 6. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 wide out to the left. Tagliani looking right, has time, gets it off. It is caught. Running with it here is Sally. Sally's going to get the first down as he goes inside the 10 and a gain of about 15.
Wow, what a job by Sally. You know, in that situation, in a little bit of traffic, steps up, goes to the ball. Not only do you like the catch, but I like him turning, and the run after the catch was really good. Great awareness by Sally.
That might do it for the quarter. We'll see if Sterling wants to run a play. Final 12 seconds and counting. 1st and goal just
101.
inside the 10. They want to get a play off. Pitch it to Stewart. Stewart gets by 1, can't get by the next 2. And that is going to do it for action here in the first quarter. Sterling off to a flying start in this one. They lead it 7-0 after 1 period here. You're watching high school football on Sterling High School's Channel 19.
We're here for Sterling.
Yeah, Jermaine Stewart's one of those guys that you can only game plan so much on until you get on the field. And then he shows you the skills he has, and he's just at a different level than some of the other running backs in this division.
In the first half, Jermaine Stewart unofficially 9 carries for 61 yards. Getting ready to start the second quarter. Tad Kosneski, Kevin Schulz, Jason Schulz, Emmy Award-winning editor, cameraman Ben Nicholas bringing you the pictures. We called him back from graduation from Sterling from Temple University to help us here. Second and goal. The tailback now is Josh Hernandez. Send a man in motion. This is Hernandez. Hernandez is eaten up at the line of scrimmage. That was Brainer Pimentel on the tackle.
Real nice play by Pimentel there. They just tried to trap them. That's the guard pulling across the center to try and trap him.
Hernandez still in at tailback, probably in field goal range nonetheless if they don't lose significant yardage. 3rd down and goal. Sterling leading at 7-0 here in the second quarter. High snap, and there could be that significant loss that we talked about. They won't be able to kick a field goal now. And it's the little things like that, guys, that might end up biting you in the end.
Yeah, even though everything's going Sterling's way right now, a team like Gabe
Could look for a short pass or even a run just to get some yardage, just to get the defense in a better spot.
Going to pass it here. Pass far side. Complete to Sally. Sally gets some blocks. Gets around the edge. He's going to make it down to about the 11-yard line. It's going to be a gain of almost 20 yards.
Boy, what a play. And Sterling had a lot of numbers over there. 3 bodies in front of Sally, and he did a great job reading that and getting upfield.
Yeah, there was another example of that tunnel screen.
So far, it's been a glasses half full night. 1st and 10. Gators. Pitch it. Around the end, going with it is Smith. Smith, nice run there. Smith going to be close to 10 yards. Taken down by Rene Camacho.
Yeah, that's where Gateway, you saw Smith make that one defender miss. Once he got upfield, had a good seal from the linemen on the backers. They weren't able to get to the outside. He got upfield and hurried to get about 8.
2nd and 1 coming up. Bink over on the shotgun. Hands it off. Going with the Guinness Smith. Smith will get the first down as he pushes ahead for about 3 or 4. Gets across the 20. So Lamar Smith, couple carries. Coming into the game, 26 carries, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wouldn't be surprised if in this drive you didn't see the read option and have Bink take it. He's a guy who, other than in that first drive, Really hasn't had his hands on the ball and running the ball.
Second quarter, Knights lead at 7-0. Gateway with the ball, 1st and 10. Man in motion. Quarterback right, Bink. Nice cut. What a move by Bink there. Gets the flag flies late.
It's going to be
That
a face
flag
mask.
went down after the tackle.
I think it might have been a face man. I thought
Yeah.
somebody got.
All right, here we go.
face
Calls
mask.
coming up. Well, what's the call, sir? We're waiting. What do we got? Oh, it is a face mask. All right, we've been verified up here. We're just waiting for the call. It is a face mask. Add 15 yards. That is now the 3rd penalty against Sterling. They've been penalized 3 times for 25 yards.
And that is a Gateway first down.
So that puts the ball up to the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Under 9 minutes to go until the half. Knights lead at 7-0. To the left side, Barbado. Barbado going to get across the 35 to about the 37 and a gain of 4.
Good job off to that left side. But you saw in that previous play where Bink really doesn't need much room. He's got such great quickness. And again, I feel like they've got to go back to getting him a little bit more involved in this offense, even if you have to force the issue, even if obviously, defensively they're keen on him.
Ball at their own 37-yard line. 2nd down for Gateway. Bink fumbles, going to have to take it himself. Gets around the edge, Cubs back in. He's dangerous here, still on his feet. Finally taken down. That could have been really, really dangerous. Tackle on the play by Briley Sharp after a gain of almost 8.
For another Gateway.
We heard about his speed, his ability, and we've seen that on display, but I think you saw right there, he's a pretty powerful kid too. And a lot of the things we say,
Earlier.
1st and 10 from the 45.
Motion to trips.
Pitch it. Looking for some room, trying to get around the edge. Barbado. Nice grab and gang tackled. In there first was Nolan Giles. Gain of only 1.
That's what you like to see from Sterling. You see how many hats were on the ball at the end of that play. They're all rallying. They're all getting to the ball, even if it's away from the play. That's what you want.
and initially they had hands on the blockers, and to me, they feathered it out to the outside.
Gateway driving. Pretty good offensive series. 2nd down and 8. Barbado. Look at this move. Bounces off 2. Still alive. If it wasn't for the gang tackling of the white shirts there, I'll tell you what, though, that's still a pretty good effort by Barbado.
And again, I know we're comparing the two backs a lot here, but, and the two offenses. When Jermaine Stewart had that situation back on this in the left side of the field,
Bink has had 1 throw. It was decent throw. It could have been caught. He's 0 for 1. 2 wide outs to the far side of the field. He wants to throw. Looking near side. Gets it off. Nice catch. And a roll for a 1st down. Jackson Bailey went up to get it and then got pushed ahead 2 more yards and got the 1st down.
It was a good job getting to the seam there and getting the 1st down by Bink, but he missed a touchdown. There was a guy wide open on the seam.
Barbado the setback with Bink. Send a man in motion. Bink wants to keep it himself. Gets a block. Pulled down from behind Nicholas after a gain of about 7.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised that they wait a little bit to go back to that read option. You saw it in the first drive, and now they've just recently come back to it.
Bink on a 2nd down and 4. He wants to pass. Looking far side. They're going for it. That's going nowhere. He had a receiver there. That was Finger. Pretty good coverage on him, but he just threw it to open space and nobody was there.
That's good defense. That's a good passing down for Gateway. 2nd and short, you're confident in your 3rd down ability.
3rd down and 4. 3:28. The clock will start on this play. Barbado, he finds a hole. Secondary makes the tackle after a 1st down and a gain of about 7.
Gateway's not doing too much nothing special on the offensive line. A lot of what they're doing is doing zone runs. Just block the guy in front of you, try to get to the second level, and let your running back find the hole.
It is enough for a first down. 3:10 and counting to play here in this first half. Gateway has all 3 timeouts remaining unofficially. They are driving, trailing 7-0.
Still, you want to see Sterling face this adversity head on and really try and get a stop here. That'd be great for momentum.
1st and 10. Man in motion near side.
Counter.
He was keeping himself. Bink gets around the edge and brought down initially. And then extracurricular, it was Jaden Williams that got there first. They say wind the clock, no gain.
Almost looked like a little bit of a blown playback.
Not sure what happened on that play. You had the guard and the tackle pulling to the left, but the quarterback ended up keeping it to the right. Normally they call it a naked keep, but it didn't really quite look planned.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback was waiting to hand it. Bink in there. Smith now in next to him. Man in motion. And it fumbled. The ball's on the ground, and I think Sterling might have it. They do. It's brought up by Jalen Williams as the quarterback was running with the tailback, and indecision and a turnover.
And you had a defender right there able to come up with the fumble.
1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Handoff. Not a lot there up the middle as Briley Sharp gets his first carry of the game for about 2 or 3.
Nice little drive starter there. Your offense has been off the field for almost the entire quarter. Get your offensive linemen back warmed up. Get some contact going, and let's get this drive started.
Plays being signaled in far side. My assistant coach at baseball, C.J. Barrett, former quarterback here at Sterling High and former tight end at Rowan University. 2nd down and 7. Sharp wheels his way. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it? And Gateway picks that one up. So they fumble it right back, and that one's picked up in the play by Devin Foreman.
Yeah, real big break for Gateway there. That's one of those things late in a half. You run into traffic, put both arms around that ball because most likely if a second defender's coming in, he's looking to strip the ball.
Yeah, especially once you get to the second level, you don't know who's behind.
From the shotgun, as always, is Bink. He wants to pass.
Screen.
He's got problems, and he throws it into the ground. It's a good thing he threw it into the ground because there was a jailbreak on the play by Will Nicholas, the junior, who had them all lined up for a sack and a possible turnover. From the 45, 2nd and 10. Bink wants to throw again. Deep down the middle. That's going to be picked off. Intercepted by Sterling. A chance for a return. Running right into a man on a big job. Jermaine Stewart takes the interception, brings it out to 45 with 48 seconds remaining.
Awesome play there by Jermaine Stewart. Playing center field, reading the quarterback's eyes. He sees him pump fake to the right, but he doesn't really fall for it, and then he finds the ball over the middle of the field right at him.
And as Jermaine Stewart does, and somebody going to tackle him, he's the one that lays the lick, but he's down right now. Not sure what happened.
Those are the big point swings that you see that can absolutely change a football game.
1st and 10, their own 45. Last few seconds of the first half, leading at 7-0. In motion is Nicholas. Back to pass is Battellini. Gets it off. It is complete. Running into a man is Ollie Ward. Ollie Ward in a broken field. He has a shot to go. There are no flags down. Ollie Ward is going to score on a 56-yard pass play.
That is Sterling's best play right there. That tunnel screen. Get it out to their athletes. Get their big guys ahead and go make a play.
Wow, what a play by Jaden Ollie Ward. And got the ball across the middle. Had a little bit of room, but the playmakers are able to find space and then put on the jets, get there, and he just blew past everyone.
That's what you like about this Sterling football team is you got a lot of guys like Taim Sally, like Carter, who goes right there, and they just make plays in the open field. That's awesome when you can get an offense. Even if there's a couple plays where they aren't gaining too much yardage, you can have those explosive plays and make up for it.
Chambry on the hold, Clark on the kick. The kick is good. Knights lead it 14-0 for Ollie Ward, his 3rd touchdown of the year. And I think, again, the difference we talked about these two teams is Sterling's ability to pass and do things in the open field.
Yep, I think that we have, like I said, a ton of athletes that not only are they so good in the open field, they want it so bad. You see them out there when they're running the ball, they want the ball so bad in their hands. They want to go make a play.
And to what you're saying, Todd, about the passing game, a lot of times at the high school level, receivers are happy to make the catch, then they're ready to get hit.
Yeah.
Our guys look to make the run. They're ready. They're ready to turn that head around, look for space, and make something happen. I mean, and when you have playmakers that we have on the offensive side of the ball, diversified attack, and on defense, some of the nice things we've been doing on defense, it really bodes well for what they're going to do moving forward.
Battellini now 4 for 5, 109 yards.
Give credit to the offensive line as well. We've been able to run the ball pretty well. And then on a play like that, that's an offensive lineman's dream. They let their big defensive linemen go right by them, and they go out to get the DBs who they have a physical advantage on.
Booming kick here. Smith's going to pick it up at his 10. Smith finds a little bit of room, going to get out to the 20, where he is brought down 1st and 10 coming up for Gateway with 28 seconds remaining first half. Knights up 14-0. From the 20, 1st and 10, 28 seconds remaining here in this first half. Keeping himself is Bink. Couple blockers in front. Good block there. Gets another block. Bink has a shot. He can outrun him down the sidelines. No flags down on the field. 80-yard touchdown run, and we have a game here from Gateway.
Just when you thought it was a boring quarter, like we said a minute and a half ago, 14 points on the board in less than a minute.
Yeah, and they weren't Gateway offensive line. That's one thing the Sterling defense has been able to do is stop the plays to the outside, and they knew coming into this game the big thing in dealing with Bink was containment, and obviously they weren't able to get it there, and Bink made them pay for it.
It's almost like Sterling's defense was a little bit too conservative there, backing up. Once they lost that contain, the play was over.
Yeah.
He had a free run to the sideline and then up the sideline with the speed that Bink has.
Barbado is going to try the kick. Pembroke to hold. This would make it a 14-7 game. We'll update the stats for you on Bink in this game after this kick. Line drive kick. It is down the middle. 15 seconds to go after a huge 80-yard run for Bink, who has now run the ball 8 times for 120 yards.
We got to stop talking about halftime, guys, because we might never get there. It's been all over the place this last 2 minutes of the quarter.
Well, this definitely changes things if you're a Gateway fan. Sterling will receive the kickoff. Only 15 seconds to go first half. Sterling was up 14-0. It's now 14-7. This is a squib kick. Look out. Sterling did touch. It's going to go out of bounds. As it goes out of bounds at about the 45, I believe, because Sterling touched it first.
Touched it, yeah.
Battellini from the shotgun. Quick pass outside. They jumped on it. They get it by and down the sidelines. Caught by Taim Sally. That was almost picked off.
Had one-on-one at the far side of your screen there with soft coverage, though. So I think it was Binks out there in the cornerback position.
Battellini from the shotgun. He's looking. He's going deep down the sidelines, but somebody crossed their wires there. Is cutting in on the play with Sally, and the ball went outside. 7. 3 wideouts. Near side, 1 wideout, far side. Battellini's going to hand it off straight up the middle. This is Stewart. Stewart, unfortunately, is going to run out of time as he gains about 7 yards, and it takes us to the half. A very interesting, diverse half of play here from Gateway. We have played a first one half. Sterling leads it 14-7. What will do? Chad Kozineski, Kevin Schulz, Jason Schulz, Emmy Award-winning cameraman Ben Nicholas. Second half, great game, 14-7. Gateway does a great job. Second life on that big play before the half.
No doubt about it. That's going to change everything, and it really has them right back in this game.
Yeah, what a wild end of the half. Turnovers, scores, back and forth, big plays. I'm sure both teams were good to just settle the nerves in the halftime.
For Gateway,
Whether or not they got ripped into or not, you never know.
for Gateway, DJ Bink running 8 carries, 120 yards. He was 1 for 4, 10 yards passing. Aiden Barbado, 7 carries, 16 yards. Lamar Smith, 2 for 13. Jacob Finger, 1 for 5. For Sterling, Gary Battolini, 5 for 7, 120 yards. Jermaine Stewart, 10 carries, 69 yards. Josh Hernandez, 1 for 2 yards. Briley Sharp, 1 for 3. Receiving, Jaden Ollie Ward caught 1. It went 56 yards. Tyreem Sally, 2 catches, 33 yards.
Now, Mr. Schul's math teacher, give me all the averages on those.
I'll get right on and I'll get back to you at the end of the weekend.
Mr. Schulz gave me a math lesson in his class today. It was outstanding. I was impressed. I learned.
Then I hit the week. Let's hit the weekend, no math.
Let's go. All right, it's weekend math list. All right, I like that. All right, we gave you the math. It's a 7-point lead, Sterling. Gateway to kick off. Sterling has led from the start. They led it at 1.7-0, then 14-0. It is now 14-7.
If you're Sterling here coming into the second half, you want to have a slow, methodical drive down the field, keep your defense off the field, keep Gateway's offense off the field, and go ahead and score a touchdown.
Oh, boy. Good job. It looked like one of my infielders there. Nolan Giles had to reach back to grab that. That's been 2 effective kicks like that for Gateway.
Yeah, at this point, Sterling's going to have to be ready for that because that's 2 of them now, and it didn't look like they were ready.
Battolini from the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 42. Ollie Ward in motion. He'll line up on the right slot. Stewart. Gateway answers that. That'll be no gain whatsoever. Leading the charge in there was Lamar Smith. Far side, 2 wideouts to the near side. Stewart, the lone setback. 1st and 10. Battolini, good fake. Gets the pass off. This is double coverage and almost intercepted. Devin Foreman, as Battolini was off balance when he threw it into double coverage.
Yeah, that's a play where we talked about in the first half where he actually threw it away. You could see kind of what bad can transpire if you just...
Wants to pass, looking far side, gets it off. It is caught by Ollie Ward, gets by 1, gets by 2, still on his feet. Ollie Ward is going to get the first down, an amazing carry and run of 11 yards. Yes, that young man should be psyched.
Sterling playmakers making plays.
Yeah, and we talked about how Sterling's receivers are always not just happy getting the ball, they want to make the run after the catch. And there's no play that exemplifies that more than what Jaden Ollie Ward did on that play. One of the better athletes on the field, and boy, he showed it right there.
1st and 10 in Gateway territory. Start with the handoff, near side, around the edge. Turning it here is Hernandez. Hernandez across the 40 and a gain of about 7.
Props the offensive line on that play right there.
Absolutely.
Before even the running back cut up field, he was already 4 yards up the field just because the line pushed it that far ahead.
They got to that second level. That's where you see some of the guys bouncing off their blocks and also sealing out the linebackers flowing to the outside. Because I agree with you, Jay. There was nothing on that outside but open room for Hernandez to run.
2nd down and 3 for Sterling. Ball at the 40. Battolini from the shotgun. Quick hitter near side. Ollie Ward. He is hit hard. Gains about 2. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. The quarterback on offense. Actually, check that. That was Lamar Smith on the tackle. Wide out to the near side. 1 lone setback. Battolini from the shotgun on 3rd and 3. Hand it off. Straight up the middle and close to a first down was Briley Sharp. They mark it right at the line to gain. We shall see.
They might have to go back.
This is, if it's not, it's an inch.
Yeah, this is a quarterback sneak.
Here's a formation for you. Looks like power eye here, guys. Power eye formation.
With your big back, Jermaine Stewart in the back.
And we are pushing it ahead anyway. And getting the first down is Battolini. That'll be his first rush of the game. He actually gets 2 yards out of it.
Good push with the offensive line there. And
he's escorted to the sideline. Back to the field, 1st and 10 Knights from Gateway's 35, 8:35 and counting. Shotgun for Battolini. That's their regular formation. 1st and 10, he wants to pass. Quick one far side, caught by Ollie Ward. Ollie Ward pushes ahead. He's going to get about 7 yards across the 30.
Nice job by Battolini there, just hitting his wide open guy. The flat defender went to the flat, which left the hook curl zone wide open for Carter to be able to catch the ball and move upfield.
8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Sterling driving, 2nd down and 4. This is Stewart. Stewart pushing ahead, falls down almost at the line to gain, and a gain of about 4.
And you saw Julian O'Donnell pulling there, really laid his guy out. He's really had an outstanding game up front. We're talking about the line and what they're able to do. You saw Julian O'Donnell just really take his man with him and really play a big part in that play.
3rd down and 1. 7:24 and counting in the third. Knights with the ball. They lead at 14-7.
In field goal range, I'll add.
They are. 3rd and 1. Tush push also on the table. I'd just love to say that. Sorry. 3rd and 1.
Kind of a lighter box here. I like to run.
Stewart to his right. He finds a seam, and he's going to be tackled at about the 10 after a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Jermaine Stewart's running with authority. As soon as he gets that ball and he hits the hole, he's through it, and watch out.
First and goal from the 10-yard line.
Stewart now 13 carries, 88 yards. 1st and goal. Ball at the 10. Most likely Stewart again. We'll see. 2 wideouts far side. Stewart, right side. Pushes ahead. He's going to get almost to the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This has been a really good drive by Sterling thus far, taking almost half the quarter and looking to punch it in to finish it off.
2nd and goal from the 6. They want to pass. In the end zone, throws it incomplete for Taheem Sally.
Had him.
He was open.
We had him. Yep.
Yeah, that's a throw battle. You didn't even went back.
Man in motion. He's going to throw it. Looking to throw. Man wide open. It is caught. Is he in bounds? Is he in bounds? He is in bounds. Taheem Sally with the catch, and I'm going to have a story about that play after we get the kick.
What an awesome play. The handoff brings the defense all the way to the ball carrier, including the pass defender, so he just lobs it up over his head for a wide open touchdown.
What a catch by
Awesome
Taheem
catch.
Sally. And obviously high school, you can get the 1 foot in, but he was in the corner. I thought he was going to be out of the end zone. You had that little delay, and then you saw the arms go up. Obviously far away from us, something that I'm sure Mr. K, when you redo it, you'll
We'll get a look
redo
at
the
that.
replay,
Yeah, I
zoom
mean,
it in, and do all the great things that you do with the video.
I mean, when he let it go and I saw where the receiver was standing, I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way. And somehow he caught it and broke it in, brought it in. Now we have an injured player on the far side. So I'm going to get to my story. I decided to share the highlight tape of the game that when we last won the division was against West Defford in 2005. So I shared the highlights with a couple of the coaches, one of them being C.J. Barrett. And after it was done, I said, CJ, did you notice our 2 plays, what we did in that? And he kind of looked at me and said, I kept saying halfback option. And I saw him like 3 times throughout the day, just joking around, just joking around. No, and he's not going to call that play, but I kept saying it worked both times. So that wasn't the exact same play there, but think of yourself as a defender on that play and what you would do on that play. I think the long snapper is Spiragowski. And you get a good kick there. You get a sense of what a decent leg is. He's waiting for a signal. Now he got it. That's a monster kick. Far side bobbled it to 10. Camacho's going to get on it first. Actually, that was Camacho. Boy, he is quick.
Yeah, he is. He saw blood in the water right there.
Gateway going to come out 1st and 10. They hold the ball. They're going to be just shy of the 20. And Barbado to his right. You see, you can find him on the sidelines anywhere, Kevin.
I'm looking.
First and 10, man in motion. Give it to the man in motion. Nice block around the end. This is Finger. Finger is tackled nicely. Camacho was in there. Also followed in, I believe that was Schlaley.
I definitely want to see Sterling's defense do a better job of keeping contained, not letting their playmakers like Bink, like Finger get to the outside. Right.
They're working on his leg.
wow.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Score, I don't know your name, but thank you, scoreboard operator. Second down and 8. Barbado. He is maybe a yard. And I some type of cramping.
It actually looked like he was rolling both.
Both of them, oh
legs.
boy. Third down and 7. Back to pass. Pass over everybody's head, intended for Jacob Finger. You're asking a lot of your backup quarterback here in Pembroke right now. 3:35 to go in the third. That'll bring the punt team on as they're deep in their own territory.
So stuff like that. And I'll be ready and watching to see if he takes advantage of whoever is in there to replace him.
End over end kick. Chasing it is Torado. Torado's going to pick this up. Far side by 1. Ooh, he is upended. That was a nice form tackle there. Might have been Carlos Soriano. I'm having trouble seeing his number. First and 10 Knights in Gateway territory now. You could almost say, I hate to say it early with 3:22 going, a touchdown might be enough to put this game away.
Down on the sidelines.
First and 10 Knights in Gateway territory.
1-on-1 bottom of the screen.
Shifting some help his way now.
Light box too.
Low snap. Oh boy. Hernandez picks it up. It wasn't pretty, but Hernandez is going to get about 3 yards.
Tripped up by Kingston Milano.
I agree with you guys. Would not be surprised if they tried to take a shot upfield.
Especially if you're talking to backup, Jason. I think this goes back to what I guess you or your dad said. How about the pump fake on an out and send somebody? Because you'd have to think the likelihood of somebody buying on it would be a backup player.
Especially if said player has not been on the field yet and they're a little antsy, ready to go, and then you kind of use that to your advantage.
You're just reacting.
2 wideouts far side, 1 wideout near side. Second down and 7 for the Knights. In formation,
Now
a
we're playing
long
time ball,
time.
too.
Yeah, long time. Want to pass, looking. Pass far side. Here's Ollie Ward. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Not a lot of room there. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and he is now hopping off the field.
That was looked like they were ready to take a shot there, but it just wasn't there. And then they dished it off to their check down. You saw Badalini looking to the far right side referee who has the red wristband on. When it comes down to it, a certain point of time on the play clock.
3rd and 7. Pass far side. Caught by Sally. Sally's going to be short of the first down. He is pushed out of bounds at about the 40. Sally's not happy about it. I mean, it looked a little far. Sally jumped up not happy at all. It's going to be 4th and about 3. You're out of field goal range.
It's 4th and 3.
All right, the formation started back. 1 wide out near side. 4th and 4. Pitch it near side. Cut back. No, I don't think he's going to make it. His cutting with it there was Briley Sharp. They mark him short. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was an excellent job by Gateway's defense there. Staying in their run lane, staying disciplined, because when he cut back, he ran right into somebody.
Man in motion, near side. Bink wants to keep it himself. Good cut right there. Going to gain up 3, maybe 4 yards before he's tackled on the play by Jermaine Stewart.
We saw Bink. He wanted to get to the outside again, like I was just talking about. But Jane Daniels, number 0, you saw, made sure he couldn't do that. He couldn't get to the sideline, made him cut upfield, ran right into one of the defenders.
38 seconds and counting here in the 3rd. 2nd down and 6.
Good formation. They're going to pitch it.
There's your pitch. This is Smith. Smith is brought down on an outstanding tackle. Chase Sparagowski, a junior, loss of about 2.
Shot out of a cannon right there, Kev.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a big play because Sterling did not have containment on that far side. There was plenty of room, but Sparagowski came from the backside and just made an outstanding individual effort.
And that is going to do it for action here in the third quarter. We played 3 quarters here from Gateway High School. Gateway will have the ball when we return in the third down. The Knights lead it 21-7 here in Sterling High School, TV 19. Tad Kazaneski, Kevin Schulz, Jason Schulz, award-winning, Emmy award-winning cameraman, editor, producer, Mr. Ben Nicholas doing the camera, coming back.
Is one of the longest titles I think I've ever heard. You got everything in there.
Well deserved. He ran the crew for me for a couple years. Miss him a lot, but he was nice enough to come back and help us out here today. Third down and 8 coming up. Bink from the shotgun. He's rolling right. Gets the pass off and almost intercepted. He overthrew Jacob Finger. And we'll see if they elect to go for it here on fourth down.
Great pass coverage there by Sterling. There was nowhere to throw the ball. Everybody was covered up on every level. When you roll out like that, you're looking for levels. I'm watching Chase Sparagowski, number 15 here. He already has a block punt on the night.
To the right side. There, he's going to run. Here we go. He is going to lose yards. And the ball popped out. Sterling might even have it. Camacho right in the middle of that stuff.
Awesome.
But you got to watch Ray Camacho, even in the celebration. He almost knocked over Taim Sally. In this one, Sterling with the ball leading at 21-7. Been a great defensive year for the Knights. Nice reverse handoff. Here comes Stewart. That was pretty. Gain of almost 10 as the quarterback, Battellini, had to turn around to hand it to him.
Yeah, nice counter action there by Battellini and Stewart.
It really made the play because Gateway was able to get penetration into the backfield.
11-12 and counting. 1st and 10 inside the 30. That's exactly what he's looking at right now. You don't have the clock on the field, so that's what you got to watch. He stepped on. Here we go. Handoff. Stewart bounces off. Going to be tackled by Kingston Lamano. Gain of about a yard.
The offense's job at this point in the football game, with up 2 scores into the fourth quarter, hold on to the ball as long as you can, drive-wise, but also hold it high and tight. You don't want to end up turning the ball over.
You feel like a 7-second defender is coming in, and we have guys who get a lot of yards after the catch. I think that'd be a mistake in this yards after initial hit, to try and get that in not holding on to the ball and securing the ball.
Second down and 8. 1 wide out to the far side. That's Giles. 2 wide outs to the near side. Second down and 8. You haven't figured out we're right behind the band. They want to throw. Battellini going to the end zone. Wide open for the touchdown. Gabe Tirado on a beautifully run play and a beautifully thrown ball. And the Knights increase the lead.
What an awesome play. You know what they did there, Kev? They faked the tunnel screen, which has been so successful this game and the season beyond. Gateway has film on that play. They were ready for it, but this time, pump fake, go deep. Wide open, nobody there.
Almost reversed, because on the tunnel screen, a lot of times they fake middle and then go to the tunnel screen. This kind of reversed it with that and then going deep, and the receiver was wide open.
And Sterling being able to establish that play on film the past couple games, and even today with the touchdown earlier, that's what makes that play, is how you develop it earlier on in the game and how you work up to that.
Setting it up.
Yep.
Clark makes the kick. It is 28-7 Knights. 9:58 remaining in this one. We talked about Sterling's defense and the good start they've been off to this year. In the Buna game, shut them out. Mastery game of Camden, shut them out. Pittman, 13 points, 7 points tonight against the 3-0 team. What can you guys say thus far what you've seen about the defense?
Well, I'm going to give credit to Coach Cordova, Coach C, Coach Sizzle, however you want to call him. But he's been doing a great job at drawing up the defenses, pitching 2 shutouts so far this year. Only 7 on the board thus far going into the fourth quarter. Credit to him on the schemes he's been coming up with. He actually left his his blitz package up here.
Oh, you got to read it. All right.
Jeez. The scouting report.
He asked me, "You're not giving away any secrets." I said, "Oh, that's plays." You guys knew what that was. It was impressive. Again, we talk a lot about offense when we talk about football, but I really want to make sure this defense of Sterling gets their due because, especially tonight, Binnick, I'm sorry, is a really talented player, and they've maintained him to just the one big play so far.
And the defense coming into this game, they knew that they were going to be a big factor as far as going out here and trying to win this game, and they really showed up tonight.
Picked up on a hop. Sterling all over that as they get out about the 22-yard line.
I think I got to play my defense, do my job.
Bink wants to pass. He's going to scramble, gets by one, still on his feet, gets the ball off, incomplete. I'll tell you what. Ooh, we have a little bit of pushing
Relax.
away from the ball. I don't know if you caught it at home, but I'll tell you what. Let's give Bink an award for escaping 3 times on that play.
He's twitchy, he's elusive.
I'm watching that develop, and I said Sterling's doing everything they need to do. They're closing him in, but he only needs just a little bit of daylight. And you said it, Jace. He's twitchy. He's tough to.
2nd down and 10. Ball picked up, thrown. This is going to no man's land. Incomplete. I don't know if he has a name, but pretty cool looking. Quick slant near side, in and out of the hands, and then bumped into.
They tried to tunnel screen of their own with trying to get some linemen and a tight end out there to block.
That was a good throw. Finger had a chance to catch it, but just couldn't get all the fingers on it, I guess. Here comes the punt team. Our cameraman, Ben Nicholas, has an assistant cameraman tonight. He has a praying mantis filming the game with him up there. Can never get enough help. That ball gets kicked. And off the head of one of the Gateway players. 1st and 10 Knights. We're winding it down 4th quarter. They're going to try and wind some clock here. Right side cutting it ahead is Hernandez. Hernandez for about 3. He now has 4 carries for 15 yards. 2nd down and 7 for the Knights. Hernandez on the pitch, and he kicks it, and I think Gateway has it. Waiting for the signal, and they do. So the Gators pick it up. That is the 2nd turnover of the game for the Knights, their 2nd fumble.
Yeah, that just can't happen. Got to look the ball all the way in. That's your first priority.
Coaches Cup a few years ago after beating a number of big-name teams. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Across the middle. What a pass there. Caught on the play by Smith. Smith has a chance to go, and he is going to go. That is a 56-yard pass play, and this game is not over yet.
We talked about 2 things that can hurt you, Jace. Turnovers and big plays, and that's what happened for Gateway on successive plays.
And we saw it at the latter end of the first half, too. The potential that's there, if you're going to make those mistakes, that they can take advantage of it.
Gator jumps in the end zone. He's happy. I guess he was running after the cheerleaders. He's about 30 yards behind them. Might want to work on his cardio in the offseason.
You definitely gave this Gateway team some life.
Oh, they did. Gateway still with 3 timeouts remaining. Extra point try for Barbado. Barbado gets it long enough. Is it down the middle? It is. 28-14 now the score. 7:50 remaining in this game. What'd you see go wrong defensively there, guys?
Defensively, I mean, the leverage on the receiver there was outside leverage, up the seam. You kind of want to be inside because the inside is the direct path from the quarterback to the receiver. And then the safety got over a little bit late, and the receiver was able to make a play.
Well, there's 7:50 remaining. You have 3 timeouts. We'll see what they elect to do kicking here. If you're pros, you have to declare if you're going for an onside kick. I wish I knew the rule in high school.
Well, look, we've seen a couple kicks from the Gators that have been a little bit odd so far. This is obviously, you have to expect it here. Yeah. You have to come up with a game plan. and figure out what you're going to do to be able to combat this.
Have the hands
Because
guys out there.
Not only have they done it
All right.
twice so far, but now they have to be planning on it.
They're giving me the look, the way the kicker lined up the ball. I think this is an onside kick coming our way.
Yeah, he almost did like a mock
Yeah, so he
swing
just
at it.
he just turned the ball. It's facing up. Now Sterling only has 4
Okay.
players up. They might spend a timeout here. Let's see. No, they want. All right, they're calling the 10-yard line. Sterling has 4 players up. Let's see what they elect to do on this kick.
Make sure it
5.
goes 10 yards.
5 up. Yeah, I lost one. All right, there's your onside kick. It bounces high. Anybody's book. Good job
Go
to
down, go
grab
down,
that
go down.
by Joe Carter. And now a rugby scrum. And the ball somehow gets out to the 50-yard line. Fortunate that Joe Carter got that. Sterling lined up with 5 across the front line. And that was a pretty good onside kick there.
It was, and I'm going to give a ton of credit to Joe Carter. Not only going up and getting the ball, but you say, in a situation like this, you want to hold on to the ball. He was going for the extra yards, but had
Back it
both
up.
hands on the ball tight. That's just a great job there by Joe Carter.
So thank you to our official standing next to me. That's why it goes back. 1st and 10 from the 38. Want to pass it first time, and good job just to catch that by Ollie Ward.
Gone.
Ollie Ward around the edge. He's going to get pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 11.
Sterling is staying aggressive here.
And we talked a lot about the receivers, what they've been able to do. A lot of great things tonight. I'm going to point out what Nolan Giles did there on the outside, because receivers not only catch, they also block, and he did a good job taking his man out, getting some more space out there.
2nd and 2, 7-12 and counting as they will now wind the clock. Stewart, first down, pushing ahead, backing in. Stewart's going to get a little more than 10, and there's a Gateway player down on his own 45, and he is cramping up.
Danny Leakin also
Yeah.
over at Temple.
He just did a
Some great things.
sports update for Temple. Up the middle is Sharp. Sharp for about 2. Sharp. He goes down. No gain on that. Isaiah Hartman on a stop. Clock will continue to run.
Yeah, 3rd down, going into the 4th down if it gets there.
3rd and 8, 5:14 and counting in this game. Stewart wants it. Stewart with a ton of energy. He's going to get 7 and close to a first down.
Excellent.
It's been a long time coming. Stewart. I'll tell you what, let's give Gateway credit, guys. Gateway is playing to the final whistle. 4:20, clock starts on the snap. Stewart still on his feet, spinning, adding to his total. He's going to get 15 more yards. He now has 20 carries for 135 yards.
A little bit of everything there. You saw the quick first step out of his stance, getting to that hole.
Stewart. A little bit of offensive push there. Maybe gets him 3. We are at 2nd and 8. There's that reverse handoff. Here comes Stewart. He sees the end zone, and he has scored from 18 yards out.
The knockout blow.
What can you say that you haven't said already about Jermaine Stewart? And again, and the offensive line, too. The offensive line really has taken over. You needed a drive like this, especially after the big play, to get it to within 2 scores. And I feel like the one thing about this game, it's been a little bit back and forth, but overall, when Sterling had to respond either with a big play on offense or a stop on defense, they've been able to do that.
Or even coming out of the half. Coming out of the half after you just gave up that big play, going down, taking off half the quarter, and finishing it in the end zone with an awesome play.
There's that kick again. It is good. We have 3:16 remaining in this game. Sterling has put up 35 points. They scored 41 in the first, 48 in the second, 37 against Mastery, and now 35 tonight.
For those guys to be able to critique, to be able to get better, See the
blast
kick
of a kick. Gateway on one hop. Nice job to pick that up. And Sterling brings it in about the 21 or 22 yard line with 3:08 remaining in this one. New quarterback into the game. Shane Kerwin. Chance for some Gateway players to get some stuff on film themselves. New running back in as well. Kerwin on a handoff. No gain on the play. Got to try and get that number if I can. Warfield's the first name that pops into my head.
Incorrect.
Okay, I threw one at you.
Interestingly enough,
Here comes Kerwin. Kerwin gets loose. Spins ahead. Good run by Kerwin. He's pulled down by Chase Spergowski. Gain of about 7.
you know,
Wow, you're getting real.
Oh my God! What are
It's been a long day here, folks.
Oh,
Teaching
no.
some tough classes today as you're facing a 3rd and 4.
an MLB team.
Draw. 26 is not listed on my roster here.
and I'm not looking up the MLB standings on my phone right now.
LeBron James.
Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland is
All
the
right.
answer.
Wow, in New Jersey. I just learned something. That is a very good question. All right, Kevin is going to head downstairs. This could be the last play of the game. Good cut to the outside. Good spin. And that is going to do it. Sterling Knights go 4-0. 4-0. Have a thank you. 4-0 for the first time starting the season, as we mentioned, till 2013. They are 4-0, sitting on top. They will host Gloucester Catholic at home. For our Gateway fans, they will host Clayton next week here. What Jason and I are going to attempt to do is we have to try and get a cord down on the field to try and get your dad to talk. So when you hear us next, hopefully we'll have a post-game interview. Hang with us, everybody.
Okay, we're back here with our stars of the game in just an outstanding game. I'm going to talk to Nolan Giles. You've got to like the way you guys really responded to adversity. Talk about that as a senior.
Right. So going in this year, like we knew what we had to come up against, and we knew that this program was really striving going in this year. So adversity, we're just practicing. We're practicing our tails off, and that's pretty much it.
What was the key to what you were able to do today? Talk about what you did out there and what you were able to do.
Today it was rough for me. I didn't do much, but I still did outside. I had discipline. I did my job. I made sure the QB didn't get outside of me. I made tackles. That's pretty much it.
That's a big deal because containment was a big thing today with what Dink brought to the table. Was he as quick as you thought he'd be?
Yeah, no, for sure. He was like a joystick out there. Like he was moving all over the place. It was crazy. But I think we did our job all around, and we gotta take that into the next games and whatnot. So
Great job, Nolan. Thanks for coming on with us, pal. Okay, we're going to see Chase Spermgowski here coming in here. The first thing that stood out for you was the block punt. Talk about that, how that transpired.
It was my second time on the field. I got on the field. I was hyped up. I wasn't on defense at the time, so I was really hyped coming out of the locker room, and just did my job. Ran through, got the hit. Didn't know it at first, but then felt like the smack on my hand. So
You feel ball, that's a good feeling.
yeah, that's a good feeling. I just saw the ball up in the air, and that was it.
The other play we liked from you, there was you from the backside came on it. It was a sweep to the other side, and you chased it down in a play that looked like he had some room. Walk us through that play.
Coach Desmond at practice has been on my back about filling holes and getting fast there because I'm fast enough to get to the holes and fill them. So I saw the open hole come form up, and I just blasted through it. And I saw the running back. I made the play, did what I needed to do, did my job.
Yeah, and it was a key point of the game, and you really came through. Chase, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck. Okay, yep, okay. And we got Julian O'Donnell here. Hey, great job. We saw a lot of you pulling sealing things out, doing the job up front, and your whole offensive line really did the job. But
Definitely.
we wanted to talk to you and those guys in games upcoming. We'll talk to them. But what did you see up front, and what was the key to your success?
I just think it really wasn't me. I have to give credit to my whole entire O-line because we're out here at practice, just putting in the work every time. And we practiced this whole week. It was an all right practice, but we still got stuff done. And I would just like to say thank you to my whole line, everybody.
Is it, and in different sports, you talk about communication. Is that something that's really taking place and really gelling with you guys up front?
Definitely. Like this is actually my first year ever starting on O-line. And I'd known the guys on the O-line for a very long time, but since I got there, it's just started to collect together, and all of us are just, meshing together perfectly.
Are you feeling, and we see you pull a lot, is it becoming more, and sometimes you might be thinking about what you have to do, are things becoming more instinctful for you? Are you just reacting out there now?
Definitely, most definitely. I get down, the second Coach CJ calls the play, I run out there, I'm like, that's my guy, pull, hit him, and then I see my running back go. And it's the best feeling in the world when you get a perfect block and you just see him gone.
Yeah.
The best thing ever.
And we saw that a lot tonight. Julian, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you.
Okay. Mason with Neil. Hey, thanks for coming on with us, pal. Talk about what you were able to do.
Well, I was able to create a little separation, mess up the center snap, create a little bit disruption, and then in the backfield a little bit, maybe little pressures and stuff. I got a lot to improve on, but I did pretty decent.
Well, and I think, I'm always getting you guys and what your feelings are about what you did. I think penetrate, especially early on some of these drives where you stopped them and ended up getting the ball back, penetration into the offensive backfield was the key. Was that something you talked about in practice leading up to this game?
Yeah, it definitely was. That's why I train so hard. That's my job, basically. That's my job is to push the center back.
And the thing about your job, you could do your job, maybe not make the tackle, you don't hear your name, but it's got to feel good knowing your teammates know and the coaches know that you're doing what you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about your team moving forward? Is this a team where the culture's really turned around and you've got a good feeling about yourselves?
Yeah, I was here when we went 2-8. I was starting when we went 4-6. We're going to go far.
I agree with that, and it just seems like the one last thing I'll ask you, there was a little bit of adversity with them scoring on that big run, getting it with 14-7. Is the leadership and the culture, is that something that takes over in that situation? You look past the few difficulties?
Yeah, a lot of guys, like especially the linebackers, they're like next play. So everybody's not yelling at each other like, yo, what are you doing? It's like next play. So,
Yeah, and from our vantage point, what you guys tonight showed that you really had next play mentality. Mason, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck the rest of the way.
thank you. Have a good
Okay,
one.
thanks. Okay, you too. Last but certainly not least, Jermaine Stewart. I heard a lot about you as a defensive player, and man, you're great on defense. But if you move over a little bit here, I'm impressed with what you're doing on the offensive end. Is that surprising you at all, or you just feel more comfortable with each game?
Well, I played offense my whole life. I've been running the ball my whole life. Last year was just like I couldn't run the ball because of my collarbone, and I only played defense. So basically second nature to me. Yeah.
And it looks like you enjoy taking on a defender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that something you've been doing for a long time?
Yeah. I like to lay the hit. I'm gonna be honest. I like to lay the hit a lot, but I also can cut and make defenders miss at the same time.
And it seems like you've got a team right now with the culture where guys just want to make big plays, even if there's some adversity. And you're only junior, but a leader on this team, how does that make you feel seeing that?
It makes me feel great. I love my teammates, and it's a brotherhood here. And just seeing them want to work hard and want to make plays for the team, it's an amazing feeling.
Is it a situation where everybody just picks each other up?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
And what do you think, obviously you're off to a 4-0 start, what do you think the key for your team is moving forward?
Just keep working hard. We got to keep the same intensity we had in the first 4 games and bring it on to the last 5-6 games we have left.
Yeah. I agree with that because we looked at what you guys did last week and felt like if you did all the good things, you'd come out on top, and you did. Jermaine, great job. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So just a great job by the Knights. We talked to some of the stars of the game. Could have talked to a lot of other guys because it was really just a great team effort, and we were just more than happy to come out and televise this game. For Ben Nicholas, Jason Schulz, Mr. K, I'm Mr. Schulz. We'll see you next time on Channel 19.